welcome back to my channel. This is Kat. So today, as you can see, I'm wearing a Nike, shirt. No, I'm not gonna go work out after the video. I'm just wearing this to align to the content of this video, because this is the second video for my series of what to expect as international students. Today, I want to share with you something that I really fell in love after coming to United States. Hiking and national parks. Yes, this is a passport and I will discuss more about this later. So, last video I told you the food, the culture, many other things. Just general things about United States. But today, because my love of national parks and hiking, I wanted to give the full video about this. Okay, I will give you the whole tour of how you can explore national parks and how to maximize the fun of there. If you have been watching my videos, please thumb up and like the video, subscribe my channel so I can provide more contents for your interests. So without further ado, let's go to national parks. The reason why I want to start the series of what to expect as an international student is to really let you guys know, if you want to come to United States, what you have to know, what you think you will enjoy, what you might hate, so you can have a more balanced opinion and make your decision. Before coming to United States as a student, I have come to United States for a couple times to explore. One was for college campus tour, one was just for summer vacation, one was like a summer camp, one was I did some research conference here in Seattle back in college. I came here for a couple times. But overall, I didn't really have a chance to explore national parks by myself. I never did a national parks trip, okay? And back in China, I'm from a metropolitan city in China. And if I go out with my friends, we typically, dress up nicely, wearing dress, skirts, whatever nice clothes that you have. Then you go for shopping, you have dinner together, or watch movie, karaoke, more like indoor activities, So after coming here, actually, that part of my life has dramatically reduced. I barely go to the mall now. Of course, because of pandemic, but even pre-COVID, I did most of my shopping online and I really go to the mall. First of all, it's because I feel like the malls, no offense, America. First of all, I feel the malls here is just way less interesting than in China, okay? So I'm from Shanghai, so literally if you go to a shopping center, you can literally spend the whole day there, if not a weekend, I guess. Because in the mall, we have many stories, right? And it is like a plaza, so you have multiple different malls together, right? So that's called, it's like a mall center or something. You have the whole floor of a food court. Potentially, if you are, you want some snacks, you want some, small things. You also have really nice restaurants that you can explore. You have cuisines from Japan, Korea, European, America. You have everything, and you can, you basically can choose whatever you want to eat within that mall center. And you can potentially have 2 or 3 different movie theaters. You have 2 or 3 different karaoke's that you can pick. And then, of course, you have hundreds of stores that you can go shopping with. And as I said, if you want to sleep over, there's hotels there too, right? So it's just very convenient. You basically take subway or you drive, park there or arrive there, you spend the whole day there. But here, it just literally, I don't feel the vibe of really spend the whole day and doing shopping somehow. It's just not that fun. And it's just very spread out. Like if I want to shop at Galleria, which is basically a mall, kind of like a mall in America, which is pretty much in all the, I would say, big cities. And then you go there, you have, some stores, you walk around, but then you're like, oh, I want to have my lunch. But you have to Yelp and then find some popular restaurant. It might be, a couple miles away. So if you don't have a car, you have to Uber there. And then after the food, you gotta go somewhere else. So it's just it's just spread out, and I don't really like it. Of course, I'm not in Manhattan, but even in Manhattan, right? You wanna go from one place to the other, you take the subway. But, you know, I've been to Manhattan for a couple of times. It just... There are people from Manhattan can tell you how dirty and busy and crowded the Manhattan train is compared to just how clean the subways in Shanghai is. And then we have like 20 plus different lines. While here it's just like old trains and always, you know, missed hour. Anyways, this is not about complaining that. If you guys have more interest on different cities, let me know, and I can also make videos about comparing different big cities in United States as well, because I pretty much have been all of them. I don't know why I spend so much time complaining about this. Okay, anyway, the reason why I said all of that is I want to say because I don't enjoy the shopping and those leisure time as much as I was in Shanghai. So now I actually really enjoy nature, because I think the big plus being America is it has so much land and it has different landscapes. You can really find, you know, somewhere that you enjoy. So to me, hiking is a new habit. So now I really enjoy just taking a walk to a park or just do a weekend trip to a nearby state park, you know, just explore the nature more. So definitely during those trips, I really enjoy, you know, the flowers, the mountains, everything. So I just want to give you guys some tips about how would you do a national parks or state park trips here in the United States, okay? So to me, I'm a big fan of national parks. That's why I got this national park passport, but I actually didn't get it when I first visited those parks. I got it much later. That's why I don't have, you know, many stamps on this park, because I kind of got it maybe on my third year of grad school, and at that time, you know, I've already been to many parks. Well, now it's an excuse that I should go back and just stamp all of them, right? So I think this is very interesting. This basically tell you all the national parks in the United States. So you can see this is a map of United States. So this passport basically color codes different regions of United States. And you can see, for example, the yellow part, right? So this is like Midwest. Actually, yellow part is my favorite. So you have Utah, you have Colorado, you have Wyoming, you have Montana, right? So let's say, let me just share with you what did I do here. So if you go to the Rocky Mountain region, so it's all color coded. You can see this is yellow, you can see this is yellow, this is green, and then you also have, you know, all the other colors here, if you can see, yes. Oh yeah, this is the American flag with the national park passport. It's really cool. And then in each different color-coded region, you can see a brief introduction of the region, and then it marks, you know, where are these parks, right? And you can go to each location accordingly. So for example, well, they have a lot of introductions. So for example, here's one of my stamp. I went to the Grand Teton last November. So you can see it's, oh, the reason was that was the old stamp. It was 2018. I went to Colorado and I stamped here. And then when I went to Grand Teton, so because of COVID, they didn't have stamp. That's why I just wrote the date and the place I went. Well, that's funny. Well, but for example, right, this is 2018 November. I went to Black Canyon, and you can buy those stickers in their gift shops. So this is Black Canyon. This is like the introduction of it. It's basically within the same package. Like you buy a sticker, it just comes the front and back of the sticker. And then where am I? So I went to Great Sand Dunes and Great Sand Dunes. Where is this? Rocky Mountain, you know? So it's just very like fun to have this thing that you stamp, you buy stickers, you show that you've been there. Well, one caveat of this I'll have to say, you see, that is the end of the yellow Rocky Mountain area. So it's really limited, but like I really love this yellow region, right? So I kind of just like go there more frequently than other places. Oops. So I kind of just go there more frequently than other places, like, you know, East Coast. I just, you know, enjoy the West Coast mountains more. And I think we can do a lot of fun things over there. And actually this reminds me, I had my first camping trip there as well, in Yosemite. I don't know if I can find it. If I can find it, I will tell you, but when I'm looking for it, I can keep talking. So, I went to Yosemite and then I had this very beautiful, fun experience in Yosemite. It was like summer 2019, so it was right before the pandemic. I was really lucky that I could do camping there. Oh, here we go. See? You saw the Yosemite. So it was really pretty. I think this is definitely something I would recommend if you are debating if it's UK or Europe or United States. You know, national parks, it is definitely the big bonus of being in the United States. You can do a road trip. So how you do that? So typically how I do it is I fly to the city and then rent a car, right? And then you do a road trip. So there are a couple classic routes that you can take. Either you are abroad that you want to just travel to the United States, or if you are in the United States, you want to just go there. So I will recommend 3 very classic routes. First is you fly to Las Vegas, okay? You fly to Las Vegas, you can gamble for a night if you want. And then you rent a car from the Vegas, and then you can do the whole trip of the Grand Canyon, Zion, Bruce Canyon, and I think Horseshoe Bend. So it's a loop. In the end, you basically go back to Vegas and you fly out, okay? And the second route that I would recommend is you fly to Salt Lake City, okay? And then you rent a car, and then you drive up north to Grand Tetons, Yellowstone, and then you basically do a loop and come back. Well, if you have more time, I definitely would recommend you drive up all the way to Montana and then go to glaciers, and then you know, come back. And then the third loop is you fly to Los Angeles, LA. Of course, you can explore the city a little bit. They have very good Asian food. And then you basically rent a car and then you go to Sequoia, Yosemite, and then you can arrive north at any city that you want. You can arrive at Monterey, you can go all the way to San Francisco, and then you take 101, which is the most famous scenic route along the west coast, and you drive down south to Los Angeles. Well, you can stop at the $1 million house at Malibu where, you know, all these Hollywood stars live. Well, so these are very classic, I would say, Midwest, West Coast trips. Definitely, you can also fly to Denver, Colorado, and there are just a lot of mountains other than Rocky Mountains to explore. But I would say you just need a little bit more experience on finding those different mountains because they're not as famous as the ones that I just talked about. Other than national parks, if you know you are in a city that's not really close and you don't want to fly out, even just a weekend trip to the state parks. There are like hundreds, if not thousands, state parks, you know, across the United States. So you can just Google the state parks close to you. Just go for a weekend trip, you know, because you spend so much time in the lab, you spend so much time studying. Let's say if you're college students, you should just go out and explore the nature. And I think if even you're a city girl like me, like I was a city girl, I think you're gonna love it. There are like birds, ducks, lakes, mountains, you can do kayaking, you can do just so many things out of that. So for example, last weekend, I just went to a state park, even though like we have to drive 4 hours over there. That's why we stayed overnight, and then the next day you just chill, you know, relax, explore the city a little bit, and then you come back. I think it's just fun having a getaway weekend with your partner, with your friends, you know, just enjoy weekends and just put all the stressful moments in the lab or in your class behind. Just enjoy the life in America, right? Some reminders in the park is you really want to be courteous to others. So for example, now it is COVID time, so you have to reserve the spot online for the state park that you want to go. And then after you get into the park, either it's a state park or national park, don't trash everywhere, okay? Please pick up your trash if you're gonna have a picnic somewhere. So if you're a hike, really be polite to other people. If somebody is in trouble, please just help them, give them a hand, because it is kind of like a karma. So this reminds me, last November, as I told you guys, we went to Grand Tetons, right? So we had a 4x4 Jeep, okay? So we saw first there was a little picnic area, but it was closed because it's winter and it was covered by the snow. But there were like car trails, so you could drive in if your car is capable. So we drove in, and you can like go down to the very close to the lake, and we were about to get off the car. There was a car trying to come in. It was also an SUV, and it's a fancy BMW or Mercedes, I don't remember now. But it got stuck right at the entrance, okay? So we step out, and my friend went over saying, oh, do you need help? And then they were like, oh, maybe we can figure out ourselves. So we went on our way, and then we took some pictures along the lake, and we came back, they were still stuck, okay? So basically what we did was we helped them. So we hooked one end of the rope in the back of our car, one end of the rope at the back of their car, and then we pulled them out, okay? So we helped them, right? Well, that's, you know, it's good we helped them, because literally we were driving back to Salt Lake City. So, you know, it was like a right turn, but the right turn was quite sharp, and then our speed was a little bit fast. So the car basically slipped and then went to the side of the road, and we were literally like this. The car was like this, okay? And then like the road was here. So our car was like right here. And then even though we had like a 4x4 Jeep, we couldn't really get up to the roads. So I was like this, and I was like waving at others, oh my God. And so there was a truck, of course, you know, our car was like this. So he stopped. So, you know, people living in Wyoming probably see this every day. So they have also tools, have a very like good rope instead of the flimsy rope that we had. So he basically hooked up his truck with our SUV and pulled us out, and it took a lot of horsepower, okay? So ultimately he helped us, and we got on the road again. So it is karma for sure. If anybody needs help, please help them if you can. So when, you know, you are in trouble, people will help you too. Well, it has been fun sharing with you my love of national parks and state parks and just nature in general in the United States as international students. So I hope if you are also international students in the United States, you can try to explore all these parks. And if you are considering which country to pick for your studies, please give United States a thought just for the national park's sake. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Please thumb up and subscribe to my channel, and comment below if you have any questions. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.